Civil Engineering. Preparing for Hkie Professional Assessment. Presentation and interview skills. What do you need to prepare for your Hkie Professional Assessment? You need to prepare a 15-minute self-presentation based on your project report, approximately 4,000 words, and also participate in a face-to-face interview. Presentation skills. There are some key points that you should note before the presentation. Bear in mind that the presentation is used to assess your oral presentation skills rather than your technical ability. Plan to use photographs and drawings in the presentation. Do not use visual aids such as slides or overhead projectors. There are some key points that you should note before the presentation. Guide the examiners to ask you certain questions in a particular area. Rehearse several times before the presentation as you will be subject to a time limit. Use a clear and audible voice, accurate and professional language. Avoid using "I think." Instead, use "I consider this method is suitable." Get to the point and do not dodge around. For example, the following list shows a few tips for making an effective presentation. What you should do. Start with a clear introduction, giving an outline of the structure of your presentation. Arouse the audience's interest and tell them what they can expect to hear. Choose a topic that will be of interest to the audience and personalize it. Relate it to your own experience, explaining how you came to think this way. Supplement the verbal information with some visual aids. Make eye contact with the audience. Practice your presentation on a friendly audience and adjust the timing. Use straightforward, clear language and define any technical words. Vary the tone of your voice. Emphasize major points. Be responsive to your audience. Use signalling words and phrases to keep your audience informed as to where the talk is heading and how ideas relate to each other. What you should not do. Watch what you do with your hands. Try not to fiddle with pencils, your hair, or papers. Make sure you don't speak to whiteboards or screens. Write or indicate, then turn and face the audience. Start your talk calmly. Speak clearly. Don't speak too quickly. Avoid reading. Use cue cards. Think carefully about when you will distribute handout material. Don't go on talking while the material is being given out. Don't stay frozen in one spot, but don't pace either. Move around to get nearer the audience. Don't try to cram too much material into your presentation. Don't take yourself too seriously. It's only knowledge, not truth. Interview skills. Next, we shall talk about some tips for making an effective interview. For engineering candidates, an interview will provide an opportunity for the candidates to demonstrate their learnt competencies that have been set out in the Hkie Competence Standard for Professional Engineers, corporate members, and that should be achieved in order to satisfy a recommendation for election to membership. For example, the following list shows a few tips for making an effective interview. Be ready for more in-depth questions on the project during the interview. Do expect that one of the essay questions will be set on the questions being asked about the project. Do expect that the assessors will ask questions on any subject where you haven't come across a specific problem. Stay calm. Make sure you understand what the assessors are asking. If in doubt, repeat the question to the assessors in your own words to check if your understanding of the question is correct. Be yourself. If you don't have the experience on the subject, tell the assessors frankly. Then tell them how you may tackle the problem by applying your past experience and knowledge under a different circumstance. Don't worry. The assessors are, after all, testing your application of knowledge and experience for a logical and practical solution to an engineering problem. We hope the above information is helpful to you. Thank you.